Department item number 3, Facilities Management, the Tahoe Justice Center Replacement Project. Update. Good afternoon. We surprised you, didn't we?
We did. All right, sorry.
That's okay.
Good afternoon, Supervisors. I'm Genevieve Vargas, your Capital Improvements Manager, and I am here today to give a progress update of the Tahoe Justice Center Replacement Project. And my presentation today will provide a update on the potential replacement of the existing Tahoe Justice Center and initiate the progressive design build delivery method to design and construct a new public safety facility. Let's see if I can, all right. The existing Tahoe Justice Center is located on an approximate 10-acre parcel at 2501 North Lake Boulevard in Tahoe City and is known to the county as Burton Creek. The facility was constructed in 1959 to serve as the sheriff's substation for the 1960 Winter Olympics and was intended to be a temporary facility. The county utilizes this location to house the sheriff's functions and staff, equipment, as well as the trial court has a function there for the Placer Superior Court. In 2019, the Department of Facilities Management leadership held several programming sessions with the Sheriff's Office and Probation, Public Defender, the county, the CEO office, and DA, along with the courts. And the purpose of the programming was to better understand the needs that would be housed in the facility, along with the growing staff and the justice needs that we were running into. So to expand those needs that we needed in Eastern Placer. As a result, these sessions, there was recommended the county construct a new modern justice facility adjacent to the Placer Superior Court facility. It was also determined that Burton Creek site is the ideal location to co-locate with the Superior Court because of the history of the use and the location within the Tahoe Basin. The synergies between the Superior Court and the Justice Departments are also critical. On November 5th in 2019, the Board of Supervisors amended the 5-year capital improvement plan to include the Tahoe Justice Replacement Center project with an anticipated fiscal year 24-25 construction start date. On May 9th in 2023, the board authorized the chair to sign a letter of support for the California Judicial Council's advisory committee regarding moving forward with the North Tahoe Courthouse Replacement Project. One of the main topics of the letter was to encourage to co-locate the two facilities on the Burton Creek site. Since the letter of support was issued, the JCC has analyzed their facility needs for the Tahoe region. Some options included providing a Superior Court facility within the region, locating the services outside the basin, and then co-locating with another facility or building a new facility. It was ultimately recommended that the Placer Superior Court would pursue purchase of the existing Tahoe Justice Center facility and renovate the building to their needs. In July of 2023, the JCC board unanimously voted on the option to pursue the purchase of the existing facility from the county and renovate it for the sole use of the courthouse. A subdivision of the property may be required through a land use public entity as identified as the Tahoe Region Planning Agency. The department is supportive of this direction as long as the needs of the county and justice departments can be met through the construction of a new separate facility prior to the courts taking ownership. As negotiations and agreements on this transaction take place, the department will return to the board for further consideration and request as needed. On September 26 in 2023, the board received an update on the project and authorized the purchasing manager to execute the land use consultant agreement for professional services for the project planning and project entitlements. The department utilized the design build delivery method recently on our most recent Health and Human Services construction project. We've also used it on the SB projects that are currently under construction at the Tahoe Justice Center. We've also used the design build delivery method at the corner facility and the Animal Services Center. This is a delivery method we've used many times over the years. And I will speak a little bit further into the presentation about the delivery method we'd like to use on this project going forward. A recent adopted legislation, the SB 706, was signed into law earlier this year, providing a newer streamlined design build approach, which is called the progressive design build. This project delivery method allows for public work projects in excess of $5 million. So the potential site that we're looking at here is the Tahoe Justice Center. This is the picture at 2501 North Lake Boulevard. And this is where the current facility is housed and where the existing courts would remain and the new facility would be built. So the progressive design build delivery method is a qualification-based selection followed by a process where the local agency progresses towards a design and contract price with the design build team. This method allows opportunities for schedule comparisons and cost transparency by promoting collaboration between the owner and the design build team under one contract with the intention to develop the project expectations and goals at the start of design. Utilizing the progressive design build delivery method allows for maximizing all opportunities for work that can happen consecutively. The department has determined that the progressive design build is appropriate project delivery method for this project due to the many complexities requiring a progressive approach to developing a design and cost eventually constructing the facility. To start the progressive design build process, the Procurement Service Division intends to issue an RFQ, or request for qualifications, in the first quarter of 2025. After a selection committee reviews the qualifications and interviews potential design build entities, the staff will return to the board for any recommended next steps and the approval of the proposal. There's no fiscal impact with this ask or with this update. It's just a no action requested, and the total cost for the project will be estimated after the selection of the progressive design build entity has been selected. At such time, the funding request will be brought to the board. And that's my update.
Thank you very much. Board members, questions? Supervisor Gore.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Genevieve. My question for you, this is the progressive design build process is a little bit new, a little bit different. Can you share with us examples of where this has worked and how it works well and why we're choosing to go this method versus our typical method?
Absolutely. So the benefit to this delivery method is allowing the team to work more collaboratively with the owner, with us at the county side. When you bring the team in on a design build delivery method, they compete with the design in advance before they're selected. So we select them based on their the team's qualifications, but they've already come up with a design that then they've priced to. The progressive design build allows that process to happen after they've been selected. So we select based on qualifications, and then you work with the team to develop the design. Because the site is so complex, we feel like that's our best solution. We have very limited or restrictions because of TRPA, because of the weather and the location where it's at. So this allows us to kind of have those design, be a part of those design conversations at the beginning instead of after they've already been designed. And the second half of your question, locations that have done it. So the delivery method has been around for a while and it has been used. We just didn't have the authority to use it on the county side until this state legislation that was passed earlier this year. There are a few counties that do have RFQs on the street and have started to use it Some of the Sac State system has been using it for many years, so there are examples of it out there and have been successful with it.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions? Supervisor Gustafson, I can't see your green light for the bowl.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you. And one point of history and then one question. What was missing in your timeline was the 1989 grand jury findings that the jail needed to be replaced.
Yes, that is
So
correct.
just for history's sake, I always like to throw that in. I was working for Mike Flutie, the county supervisor at the time, and we got the first grand jury report. So this is long overdue. There has been no investment adequate in that facility. I know all the board members have visited that facility. My question is, the Department of Public Works
Yes.
is critical to us to have snow removal equipment located within the basin.
Yes.
And so we are diligently looking, as I understand it, for alternative locations because they would be required to move off this site.
That is correct. We are still investigating potential locations.
Well, we have to do that. I mean, we just
Yes.
can't have all the plows located outside the basin when
Our
storms
goal
come
is to
in.
have that resolved before the RFQ is released in January.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, any other board members? Seeing none, anyone in the public like to come up and make comments or ask questions? Anyone online? Okay, I'll bring it back to the board.
No action requests.
No other comments? Okay, then, thank you for the presentation and progress update.
Thank you.
Exciting, we're looking forward to it. Okay, thank you.